It's cathartic in a lot of ways. You know, I was in a dark place, which she read, or maybe read at the time, and sort of coming out of addiction in a way. And when I came to do the film, I was just thankful to be doing a film, especially this quality with Roland Joffe and with all these great people working on it. And when I got really work on the character and saw the similarities in a way, you know, Manolo was a very isolated person, and I felt like I had self-imposed isolation on myself. You know, I had a great family, but I pushed them away, and fame kind of led me to push away people in general, and I used to love people, and so I shared that with Manolo, and I shared the making bad choices in my life, I think, as we all do. Not to that degree, but, you know, similar. And while doing the film, I was facing these things a lot, and particularly as older Manolo, which I shot first, you know, asking for forgiveness on your deathbed, and when you said VA didn't seem appealing, so I realized that I wanted to do it now, and so that, and coupled with this great woman I had met, and now as my wife, you know, I'd already stopped doing drugs, but I hadn't stopped drinking. I had made the choice to quit forever, kind of thing. And there were a couple people in the film also who, they were sober and didn't know that I had a problem, but their life was so attractive. I was like, you know what, I want to do this. So I kind of made a choice there. And in doing that, I reconnected to so many things I didn't expect. You know, spiritually, I just reconnected to the world, and my soul was beginning a long process of healing. You know, so it's cathartic in that sense, and as an actor, it was cathartic. You know, because obviously, I think, because every role, every scene, I mean, with Manolo was very dramatic and very tough and very dark, and that's what actors love to do, and very challenging. So it was great to get back out there and do something that challenging again. It had been a while since I had a challenge like that, or challenged myself. I'm a bit sober for it.
How was it preparing for the role? Because you had, like, it seems like you had many different things to deal with, like playing the regular guy, playing a Spaniard, playing an old guy, and a period piece. So how was that, you know, preparing for that?
You know, it was very challenging. The hardest thing I've ever done as an actor was the old Manolo stuff. And I did that first, which was also extra challenging, but also I love that, you know, that kind of actor I am, and now back to being as I love that kind of challenge. And I had to work hard on the body movement, because the makeup does so much, but your body has to do the rest, right? So I had to work with a body coach who was also late 70s, and I worked with a great accent coach named John Sperry, but we wanted to make the difficulties with that was the accent. We didn't want to make it sound like he was struggling with the language, but rather than just that he was Spanish, but speaking his language. But you know, that was very tricky. But also had to sound like Argentinian speaking English. So it was a lot of work, but we had a short amount of time to do it. But you know, we had such a great team. I think it paid off.
There was this scene where you were reading a Spanish newspaper. I was just wondering, like, I wonder what he was thinking when he was supposed to be reading the Spanish newspaper.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind there?
Well, I can read Spanish pretty well, so I could read. I was actually reading it. I was trying to. It was an actual news, like that's an actual newspaper copied, obviously, from that day. And in Spain, I think it was El País. I think it was. Yeah, and I was reading it. It was interesting also to read the difference between the Spain Spanish and Argentinian. That's what I was thinking of. It's different, the Spain Spanish to Argentinian Spanish written as well.
Did you learn anything about yourself from this character or from the movie? You know, with the religion, the war, you know, all that.
I had I learned that I wanted to have my own. I reconnected spiritually while I was on this film, but it wasn't due to like the religious nature of the film. I'd grown up in the church. I'd had religion in my life a long time, and I'm not really a churchgoer, you know, but I had definitely had a hunger for a spiritual connection to the world, my soul to be healed, and it happened on this film partly because of the character and partly because of the people I was around, partly because of was the timing. It seemed like fate, you know, it just was fate. And I had all these opportunities to get better, and part of it was the film, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing a movie called Gone with Amanda Seyfried. It's like an abduction thriller with Lakeshore Entertainment and Summit. I can't tell you a whole lot. I can tell you that I'm playing a detective. I can't tell you a whole lot, actually. Sorry. I realized as I was about to answer that. Yeah, because the nature of the film.
Any other latest projects that we should know about?
I've done some other independent films, but don't know when you never know with independent films where they're going to come out, or you know, if they're festivals or who picks them up. So, but it's been great to work on all of them.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.